Welcome guys to another Five Nights at Freddy's tier list. Last time we did games, now we're doing characters because there are a few characters. First of all, we start off with the main man himself, Freddy Fazbear. Main character of the game. In the first game we don't really see him until like the third night unless you like lose your power and everything. I think the first game is actually the only time we ever see like the original Freddy Fazbear. There's really not a lot to Freddy Fazbear, he's just kinda he's just kinda there. Right, he's the main character and everything, so we can't put him like on B or below. So I'll put him very swiftly at a new A. Bonnie, Scott Cawthon actually said that this guy gave him nightmares. I think Scott Cawthon said that he had like a nightmare where Bonnie was like outside his door, like in his house, so he outside his bedroom, so he ran to lock it. But then when he like but then he realized it was already locked, so he thought like Bonnie was like inside the room with him. But there's a lot of lore behind Bonnie. We knew he was like the most aggressive kid. I actually think in the original Five Nights at Freddy's trailer, wait, there's a part here, yeah, where Bonnie used to supposed to be running instead of Foxy, and as we can see, Bonnie is just on another level. So I think Bonnie, he deserves to go S tier. Come on now. It's my personal tier list, and Bonnie's one of my favorite characters, alright? Next up, we got the old Chica, the old one. Extremely way too basic. B tier, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna put you anywhere below because you serve like a good purpose in like FNAF 1. You were kind of like Bonnie's opposite. You went like through the right side. That's about it, really. There's not much to it. Chica. Next up, we got the cupcake. I just imagine really the cupcake is just kind of always with Chica, so like I guess B tier. Next up, we got Foxy. Now, you already know we can't have a Five Nights at Freddy's tier list without Foxy being an S tier, alright? Foxy, one of the greats. One of the greats. Foxy's one of the greats. Next up, we actually got Golden Freddy. In my old 2014 playthrough of this game, I actually encountered Golden Freddy. What part of the video was it? Oh, it was right here, right here. I actually encountered Golden Freddy. Yeah, that was kind of wild. So yeah, I actually have seen Golden Freddy. And yeah, he's cool. Like, if you find him in FNAF 1, he's like a very rare Easter egg. That's why I'm going to be putting him up, like, pretty high. Because I feel like he deserves to be pretty high, alright? He was, one of the biggest secrets in Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Probably the rarest secret ever. Next up, we got the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 animatronics. And you can't forget how that Five Nights at Freddy's 2 trailer goes. Oh, I love this trailer so much. I love this trailer, bro.
Hello. Well, if you're hearing this, then chances are you've made a very poor career choice.
Okay, Scott. I don't know, when I first saw this trailer, the animatronics, to me, just looked wild. Like look at these animatronics right here. They're like the old animatronics, but just different. Oh, we got Toy Bonnie. I hate that guy. The reason why I'm showing the trailer is because this kind of was my first ever interpretation of the animatronics. It kind of... like, we see... like, just Bonnie pulling down the monitor here. And zero doors, yep. First up, we got Toy Freddy. Now, Toy Freddy, you know, he's just regular Freddy, but a toy. I think he can't be as good as regular Freddy, so I'm gonna be putting him in A tier. Toy Bonnie. Toy Bonnie. Toy Bonnie. You already know. You already know. You already know. No, I hate Toy Bonnie. You can't even change my mind. Remember how much of a pain this guy made 1020 mode for me?
I ruined my perfect attempt. Haven't I seen this somewhere before? Bro, there was literally nothing I could do if I... Look at this guy!
Next up, we got Toy Chica. Bro, let's be completely real here. Is this even a question? Is this even a question? Literally best character. Next up, we got the cupcake. Bro, you two look the same, except you're a little cuter. Like, Oh, Balloon Boy's an F tier. You can't even. Nope. No. 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 Mangle. Now, I think the concept of Mangle is really cool about them making a new kid-friendly Foxy and putting him in Kid's Cove. And then the toddlers, just couldn't keep their hands to himself, and the staff had to keep rebuilding Mangle, and eventually just gave up. I also think it's really cool how Mangle can kind of crawl on like the walls and like stay on like the wall and like kind of like Spider-Man Foxy, if you know what I'm saying. Uh, but not too high. I mean, I feel like maybe. I think A tier. The puppet. Now, I think the puppet is an amazing character, even lore-wise. Like how the puppets gave the animatronics life and stuff. How I think the puppet is a really cool character. Always thinking it can go anywhere. The music box, everything. I think puppet is probably A tier as well. Withered Freddy. Now, literally nobody can tell me there's a difference between Withered Freddy and normal Freddy. They look the same, except Withered Freddy looks a little like more broken and like a little bigger, and that's about it. I just realized all the Freddys except for Toy Freddy are in the new A tier. Withered Bonnie. Now this one looks really cool. This is just like normal Bonnie, but like completely like what do you call it? Like broken and stuff. What do you call it? Like his face is missing. What do you call it? It just adds to the nightmare, right? It just adds to Bonnie's character so much, and you can't forget all those Bonnie scenes we saw in FNAF 2's trailer. So for this reason, I think maybe Withered Bonnie deserves. I'm not gonna say S. Maybe new A tier. Withered Chica, probably one of the more scarier animatronics. We can see how her eyes are like super wide and how her mouth has like a mouth inside of it. Wait, pause. I didn't mean. And like how she's missing her arms and always kind of T-posing. Like, yeah. Probably A tier, definitely above the regular Chica. I like how it's like a twist. Withered Foxy, in my opinion, definitely not as good as normal Foxy. Not even new A tier. I think Withered Foxy has to go normal A tier. Also, he made my 1020 run hell as well, so like, come on now. Withered Golden Freddy. Now, you cannot tell me there's a difference between Withered Golden Freddy and normal Golden Freddy, apart from like the withered one obviously being withered. They're almost the same. I'm just gonna put him in new A because they're basically the same. Next up, we got JJ. JJ is like less of an actual like enemy in the game, more of an Easter egg. I think she it's very rare, but you can see her hiding under the desk in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. She's really mostly even a character in like Five Nights at Freddy's Ultimate Custom Night. So for that reason alone, definitely not as annoying as Balloon Boy, but definitely not. Definitely, what do you call it? Not being generous at all. I think C tier is whatever. Now, Shadow Freddy. This is again more of an Easter egg. We don't really see him in the game apart from like in the what do you call it? The secret Five Nights at Freddy's 2 Easter egg where we go to the Withered Animatronics camera. Pretty cool, I think. But to be honest, he doesn't really have like any real function or anything. He's just really an Easter egg, so he doesn't even like crash your game or anything. I really think A tier is the only appropriate tier for him. Next up, we got Shadow Bonnie. Shadow Bonnie is basically the Golden Freddy of Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Basically, almost the same function, except you don't look for him on a poster. But he appears in your, office, and will crash your game if you look at him for too long. It's actually kind of amazing. I think that it's basically like the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 version of Golden Freddy, so it should probably go in new A tier. Springtrap. Now, if we're going off of Five Nights at Freddy's 3 solely, Springtrap is probably one of the worst characters ever. Like, William Afton is kind of, he has like a lot of lore behind him, I guess. But Springtrap, he has probably the weakest jump scare in the entire game. He's like not that scary at all. He's the only animatronic that can kill you. But since this is a Five Nights at Freddy's altogether tier list, not just Five Nights at Freddy's 3 tier list, Springtrap, he's probably one of the most important characters. Alright, he has the most lore behind him. He's probably the sole reason why Five Nights at Freddy's even exists. For that reason alone, I think that's why Springtrap has to go in A tier. All the Phantom animatronics basically do the same thing. They jump scare you and you have to like reset some like thing in your panel. That's literally all they do. So I think for that reason, most of them can go in C tier, except the Phantom Puppet, because Phantom Puppet actually like makes it a little scarier, kind of tracks you down and stuff. So I think Phantom Puppet should probably go in B tier. Next up, we got Nightmare Freddy. Definitely not the scariest nightmare animatronic, and he can easily be avoided if you just, what do you call it, get the freckles off your bed. I think that I don't really want to put him in front of any, like, full, like, actual animatronics. So I think B tier is probably the tier that I put him. The freckles aren't even scary. They're just kind of there, you know. I think they can just go in C tier. Like, there's not really much to them. Nightmare Chica, definitely one of the scarier Nightmare animatronics. I think Nightmare Chica actually deserves a spot, probably in A tier. The cupcake just goes in B tier. All cupcakes are just going in B tier. None of the cupcakes are any different. The only difference with this cupcake is it can jump scare you. But what do you call it? Nightmare Bonnie, I also believe is one of the scarier Nightmare animatronics, and I think kind of just like the opposite of Nightmare Chica, which is why they're going in A tier. Nightmare Foxy, again, this one, what do you call it, kind of became a joke about just opening the closet and flashing him, what do you call it, a bunch of times and like reopening the closet like how Markiplier used to do. The thing about him is like, yeah, Foxy was an amazing character and then they brought a Nightmare version of him. I just don't, again, I don't think Nightmare Foxy really was that scary at all. And I don't think, what do you call it, him hanging around in the closet all day kind of made it any better. Nightmare Fredbear. Now, in this, no, this kind of, what do you call it? Is kind of the Golden Freddy of Five Nights at Freddy's 4, but like the actual animatronic rather than just a ghost animatronic. He's okay, but like again, like he kind of like kind of in a way ruined my immersion of Golden Freddy, like being like this like insanely rare animatronic. I think he is pretty cool. He does tie a lot into the lore, but like I don't really think he's above like any of like the Nightmare other animatronics. Next up, we got Nightmare. All right, this guy, he's kind of just what do you call it? A takeover of Fredbear. He what do you call it? I think he's like harder to deal with than the others, but like there isn't really much to him. He has a pretty not scary jump scare at all. For that reason alone, I think he's more like in C tier. Plush Trap, hell no. Again, F tier right now. Just looking at that thing makes me revolt. As for the Halloween animatronics, I think for most of the pod, they are pretty much just the same as the other animatronics. The pumpkin, I feel like, was cooler than the cupcake. I'm gonna put it in, or maybe not. I'm just gonna put it in B tier. Nightmare Mango was a cool addition to the game, and like I already thought really great of Mangle from before, which is why I'm putting Mangle there. Nightmare Balloon Boy can go down here though. The Nightmare Marionette wasn't really like what do you call it? In my opinion, wasn't the scariest one. I think it more comfortably sits in a B tier. Circus Baby. I don't think there was really like yeah. Circus Baby was pretty a big part of the what do you call it, lore. Like somebody, like someone's daughter was like at the place, and like Circus Baby like kind of like dragged her inside of her. Wait, that sounds kind of wrong. Yeah, yeah. I wasn't really a big sister location guy, so like I feel like, but since uh Circus Baby was kind of like the what do you call it, the main, kind of in a way the main character of sister location. I guess we could go A tier. I think this is just like the thing that opens up and jump scares you from the ice area. Okay, just no. Um, this one again. This one was kind of cool. What do you call it? We saw it was like Freddy, but like not Freddy. It was like a different version of Freddy. I think it deserves not new A, but just normal A tier. Funtime Foxy was literally just Foxy if it was not scary. It's not scary enough for me. I feel like it's okay, but like I would put it in a C tier. Ballora, Ballora, in my opinion, is probably a B tier. I'm kind of just ranking them quickly now. These things, I never actually got to this area and sister location, but I know what they do. They kind of, what do you call it? They get on your screen. Like I've seen them in the custom 9 modes, and I've seen them in Ultimate Custom 9. They're pretty annoying, so I'm just gonna go F tier. I don't know what that thing is, but it looks like this thing, so I'm just gonna put it there. And this thing I'm just gonna put there. Okay, that's it. End of tier list. Bye for now. Subscribe.